these notions that Black Widow is going to be some big, massive box office failure. Okay, but here is the Black Widow. This is comparison between the two biggest movies of the year, Black Widow versus F9 and A Quiet Place Part 2. F9 officially did pass A Quiet Place Part 2 in Google searches, which is not too surprising considering how well the movie is doing at the box office. But Black Widow is projected to gross north of 90 million. And Black Widow is not coming out till next month, of course. And of course, this was the week before F9 came out, and F9 was barely doing better than Black Widow. This was the week the movie came out, I think, and F9 skyrocketed in sales compared to Black Widow, which Black Widow was actually ahead of F9 in Quiet Place Part 2. In A Quiet Place Part 2, we compare that movie as well. But I think a more worrying movie we should talk about is Boss Baby. No, not N. Okay. Is Boss Baby 2 or Boss Baby Family Business? Most of this gets sort of Boss Baby 2, but Boss Baby 2 isn't really doing too well compared to Quiet Place Part 2. And yeah, that movie's coming out this week, and that movie is not doing too well. We have a breakdown by region, America, and I can also put in Ruka as well. Well, Ruka, the Disney Plus movie, basically. Once again, Ruka could also mean something else. This is Ruka. Ruka is the last one, and Ruka is most pop. And this is like Illinois. This is like the USA, basically. Michigan. Yeah, Black Widow versus Ruka. I think the only movie that's comparing to Black Widow is Ruka at this point, which Ruka, again, that the whole thing that was put out by, I think the site called Pirates and Princesses, I think if Ruka was released in theaters, it would have broken records. It would have. But of course, Disney's too much of a wuss to release that movie in theaters. Ruka is completely destroying these movies in like the theaters as well. F9, if you look at the Blu-ray charts as well here. I'm just looking at Blu-ray. We don't really, Boss Baby, it's gonna probably overperform because it's an animated movie, but typically animated movies overperform on these Blu-ray videos. But we have Boss Baby Family Business only at 1 view so far. And Ruka Blu-ray DVD confirmed at 17 views. Boss Baby is gonna probably do well throughout the day, but F9 is coming at 474 views, which is gonna probably pass 500 views by the end of today. More than likely. And Rick and Morty Season 5, that's at 94 views, but Ruka's at 248 views. So according to there was more interest on Fast 9 on Blu-ray than it is Ruka, but Fast 9, they already have pre-orders up for the movie and stuff. Ruka is just another Disney, is just performing similar to Soul on the Blu-ray releases. Peter Rabbit's 156, Wish Dragonberry passed 100 views, and Cruella is at 271 views. Meanwhile, Spirit Untamed, which is overperforming because it's an animated movie, is at 215 views. So some of these movies are doing much better. Again, the next release is for Boss Baby Family Business, which they made a rough out decision to move it up to July 2nd, which I think this gonna cause some confusion because some people gonna still think that Boss Baby 2 is not coming out on July, which is probably why I think why not many people are really searching for Boss Baby, because they was originally supposed to come out at that time, but we really see it. But Ruka was really underperforming as well before the movie came out. But here's Ruka. Okay, I keep saying movies typically do not do well until they come out. Now Black Widow's starting to go up because interest for the movie is going up. It is probably going to outpace F9, which means the projected openings of 90 million are going to be very, very accurate. But people are going to say, but why does that matter? Why does that matter? But that's because sites like, YouTube channels like The Quarterly and Yellow Flash are saying, Google proves that Black Widow is going to flop. But if we look at interest before all the movies come out, Black Widow is the #1 most searched movie. There is no way wrapping your head around this. Black Widow is the most popular out of the new movies. It can put up Fast and the Furious 9. I think that won't really change much because both of you can either put up F9 or Fast and the Furious 9. Fast and Furious 9 could work as well. Which I believe is the most searched for Fast and the Furious, because Fast and the Furious, unlike Black Widow, has multiple sources. As a typical How to Train Dragon 3 is also How to Train Dragon The Hidden World. Well, we could sort of put in Fast and the Furious 9, which I believe is, but if you put in Fast and Furious 9, it's not really doing as well. Here, most people just get sort of F9, which is the title for the film as well. So most people also think of this F9 was the title of the movie. But if even as crude, we could put in a movie like Space Jam. Space Jam's not coming out for a couple of weeks. And here, Space Jam 2 or Space Jam A New Legacy, we can see here that Black Widow is the second most searched film of the week. And people are saying that nobody's going to watch Black Widow. Sounds like The Quarterly and Yellow Flash and many others are saying that Black Widow is going to be a big, massive flop. Black Widow and, of course, unless the movie bombs overseas, which could happen. Of course, if Black Widow bombs overseas, it's going to be a flop because no one's going to watch it overseas. We see that with the case of several movies that have already came out. Here, again, Marvel is a big performer overseas, but we look at movies like, they're still continuing to update the Blu-ray charts. They're finally updating the Blu-ray charts again, but we look at the box office charts here, which F9 is projected to top the box office again. Here, we can look at several of these movies that have come out. Hitman's Ice Bodyguard is one of these movies. It's not really doing too well internationally. In the Heights, especially. In the Heights is doing abysmally internationally. It's doing abysmally internationally and in domestic markets. It's performing abysmally in international markets. Black Widow is number 10 on trending on here. But it's more like newer movies. Here, Godzilla vs. Kong, Tomorrow War, and of course, F9, The Fast Saga, is the number one trending movie on the site. Here, but In the Heights, here's In the Heights here. In the Heights is performing absolutely abysmally internationally. Only currently at a 6 million international box office haul, which is absolutely abysmally. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat would have been a success if it did better internationally. Whereas again, they have not updated the international box office for 2 whole months, which is kind of odd as well, considering I think this movie would have been at least 45 to 46 million internationally as well. Well, but that movie has been stuck at international since like the end of June at 41 million. No, since the middle of May at 41 million, basically. But it's a movie that underperformed massively internationally, and international audiences have not really come back to theaters yet. Which I think is why some of these movies are not doing too well at the box office. With the exception of like Peter Rabbit, which is gonna make money based off international sales. Movies like The Hitman's Ice Bodyguard and In the Heights are doing absolutely abysmally internationally. But again, the movies that typically do not really perform that well internationally to begin with. So I won't really worry about Black Widow. The movie, I think, is doing pretty fine in terms of interest and sorts. Here, it may not be the most anticipated Marvel movie because of Spider-Man No Way Home, but I think that Black Widow is probably going to do well. Black Widow may be too late, which is the major criticism of the movie, is that Black Widow may be too late. But again, we got a Space Jam sequel coming out this year as well, so nothing is ever too late. So that's basically it. Goodbye.